Good late morning, y'all. Look at that sun. It's making me squint. Oh, I guess I should turn this way. Look at that sun. It's making me squint. I can't see anything in the screen now. Oh, look at the birds. The birds are back and have been busy. Let's see. Where am I? I'm trying to see the bird feeder. It's got to be back there somewhere. Man, the sun is really in my eyes. No turkeys yet, though. Chickadees, and they let you get pretty close before they take off. Did he take off? It is windy out today. I hope it's not too windy when y'all are listening. So my lavender, let's see. Can you see it? One of our neighbors gave me that plant last year, and it was so tiny I didn't think it would come back, and it came back and it grew an inch or two, so maybe it'll come back next year. The little tiny rose bush, get out of there, Ruth, that I planted from that house that I went to look at, it's finally losing its last little leaves. I don't know if it'll come back or not. It had one leaf. That's not a good sign. There's lots of leaves on the trees. We're burning spruces. Let's see. It's so hard to see what I'm looking at behind me. Oh, there it is, right to my left. Ooh. You see that big old spruce right there? See that cool crook at the top of it? We want to use that for something if it doesn't fall apart when Keith takes it down. But that'll be lots of good firewood. Here, let me go stand up against it. And y'all can see. This is what they call a widowmaker. I swear it's turned, y'all. It's like, it's listing and turning a little bit. But look at all the holes. Can you see there's a good one up there. You see it? And it's been dead since we moved here. That's a big old tree. That's a lot of firewood. And this guy, okay, so this is two little maples in my driveway. This one here. And this one behind it. It's a little bit bigger. And it's got this big dead spruce next to it. And then this oak right behind me. It's not dead, but it's not healthy. I think it's gonna go too. And look. Woo. There's more firewood right there. That's a good, easy one. That's hollow even. That won't be much. So it is supposed to be a little sunshiny today. Not going to get very warm. Dad said it's supposed to get up in the 50s next week. So we'll see. So, you know, we've come to an age. Keith and I, he just turned 57. I'm 56. I'll be 57 next February. And we have been lucky. We were lucky enough to have our parents up until just a few years ago. Ruth, get over here. Come on, get over here. You know better. So we're on the road in front of the property. There's the dead corn behind us. Try again next year. We both come to an age. Like I said, yeah, we were lucky enough to have our parents. And his father passed away a few years ago. And he's got a stepfather who's been in his life since he was a baby. And his mama. And they're still alive. And they're a little bit older than my parents. And his mama's not super healthy, but she holds her own. She's been, man, she has held her own for as long as we've been together. So I hope that she will keep doing that. And his father as well. He's had some health issues in the last couple years. And so, yeah, my parents, my mom has some health issues. And my stepdad, he just had knee surgery and is doing well. And then my father and my stepmother. My father's has had some health issues. And both of my parents have diabetes, which, you know, my grandfather passed away of it. Come on. So we got that to look forward to. My father's had some health issues with that. And my stepmother is not well. And so that's why I've been going up there more. And so I'm going to continue to go up there more. And probably for the rest of my father or my natural born life, because I think he'll want me to. But yeah, we've started a next stage in that. And so I'm going up there once a week. And I guess what I'm trying to get to is that there is never a good age to lose your parents. Never. So I think I've been a little bit emotionally dealing with that the last few days. I can't hardly get the words out. But you know, we come and we go, right? But it's a beautiful day. And things are actually better than they were a few days ago. We've gotten some help, some medical help for my stepmom. She got some oxygen and some other meds and stuff. And she sounded better today than she sounded in a while. And that made me feel good. Isaiah brings his gloves out here. We moved his basketball. See, we moved his basketball pole down here to the cement slab. He was supposed to come clean it off months ago, but I think Popo finally did it for him. And then the first thing they did was pop a basketball on one of these. There was bolts sticking up out of this slab. Keith came and cut them all down with the Sawzall. Oh look, there's another pair of gloves, so he just wears whatever he can find and doesn't bring it home. So I pick up whatever, free gloves, whatever. Yeah, I got a pile there. But I'm not staying here, so I'm not going through it. So, oh, where did that piece of cement come from? I don't remember that step sitting there. Where did it come from? Alright, let's go back into the woods. I like these mossy areas. You see that? That's all moss, not grass. I think it's so pretty. So this backyard looks totally different than it did when the trailer was here. You would walk up and see the trailer. And for a while it was pretty grown up, but we have chopped everything down. It seemed like it was bigger before when the trailer was here. We covered up the well over there. And you know, I watched some of my people and they don't even have running water. And here I have a spare well, I guess. But I don't think it runs. We don't know. We don't have electricity here, for one. But the well pump house was open. Now hopefully the people that owned the place before winterized it, and so it shouldn't make any difference. It would just need electricity and pump back up, but I have no idea. So we don't know if it works or not, but it is still a well that's drilled, and so it would be much cheaper to get it serviced and working than it would to drill a new one. You know, it could cost a couple grand, but that's a lot less than 7 or 8, I guess. So it's there if we ever want to. I've thought very much about this property, what I'm going to do. I've thought about I want to make just a camping site, I think. What do y'all think of that? I think the best thing would be to fence it in too. Because I don't want them wandering around all over the place, do I? Or would it really matter? They would probably stick to their campfire and all that. Anyways, it's a thought. But then I start thinking about the insurance you would need to have somebody there. I wonder how much that would cost a year. I need to ask my insurance people, because I've thought about a money-making situation, and that is the easiest. Apollo, get over here. That is the easiest, safest thing I could think to try to do. And it's still... Where'd he go? Apollo! There he is. See, she's barking at him. And she tells him all about it when he's bad. I can't catch him. Is she getting you? I hear Keith coming around the block. Yeah, just an RV site. But we would still have to, the best thing for us to do would be to put in a septic, because we think the people never put in a septic here. We're not 100% sure, but there's no sign of a septic. There's no pole, there's no pipes going to it. Excuse me. He had the plans, but it came with the plans for the well and the septic, but for one thing it was like opposite of what it is. So I think it was the plan to do, but I don't think it happened. So yeah, that's my rambling for today. I guess I just kind of rambled on. It's a beautiful sunshiny day. We needed some sun. I'll take it. You put the sun out, it doesn't even feel cold at all anyways. So yeah, if I did that investment, the startup cost would be at least 10 grand, I think. And I think probably more. Septic, oh yeah, more than that. Okay, septic, what's the septic? 8-10 grand by itself? We might be looking more at 15. Getting the well running and getting electricity out here. And not just getting electricity out here, we already have a pole. You would think that wouldn't be a problem, and it is run to us, so that's good. But we would have to build a panel, and that costs $1,800 because we just did it for the camping out in Lewiston. So we know how much that costs. So, and we did get our well serviced, and I think that cost us $1,700. So yeah, I think we're looking at about $15,000 investment. $15,000 in just to start a campsite there. And I guess we could do 2 campsites, but who's gonna, I guess for families, cause yeah, I mean we put 2 breakers in our panel, so that would be enough for 2 campers. So what would you get for a full service site? And see, I could not do a septic, but then what if you get nasty campers that dump their stuff on your property? Because it could happen. The renting thing is, that's the big thing about the renting thing, is you have to be prepared for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because I did think about that. But then you rent the site cheaper, of course. So yeah, 15 grand. Making 5 grand a year. And that's thinking big, I think. That would take you 3 years to get your money back. Barely. That's not including what extra insurance you would pay and the extra electricity you would pay. Because then you got another electric bill. I didn't even add that in until just now. I just remembered. That would be another monthly bill. Or they would do it as a recreation thing. And I'll tell you, that was expensive too. Okay, so I have the tiny house down at the coast. And I pay an average of about $15 a month for my electricity down there when we're not there. And the water bill is $45, which is of course the minimum. And we have neighbors that watch, and our neighbor behind us, I told him to do, he does his laundry. It's just him, it's one person. I've told him to do his laundry there. Because it keeps things moving, and he has to actually go over there and kind of look at the place, and it doesn't cost anything, because you know, you get a minimum amount of water that you have to pay for, and I'm not using it. I think it's like 1,800 gallons, and then you have a minimum charge on your electric as well. So in exchange, you know, for kind of keeping an eye on our place, and he mows my alley. Yeah, it's nice that he does his laundry there, because I get stuff in return. That's awesome. But that, and my taxes there, my taxes are about I think they went up $540 a year. And then insurance. So for that place running with nobody there, I pay about 2 grand a year. We pay, not me, we. Yeah, and that's a lot considering we're only there right now at the most about a week and a half every year. But as I've said before, our plan is to be Winter Texans someday, and you know, it's got a beautiful pier on the Copano Bay. And the thought of being able to get out of the snow in January here when we get older and go down there and have quiet evenings, and because it's nice there in the wintertime. Sometimes it's rainy and yucky, but we got a cozy little house there. So even though I've doubted a couple times when I'm writing out checks about what we're holding on to, I'm hoping, ooh, this is a long video. I'm hoping that it is good for our future. So I guess this video is just basically a video about us past middle-aged folks, not quite old as dirt folks, and everything that's going on with us trying to figure out how to do the right thing, how to make things work, thriving and surviving. And loving your loved ones, and you know, it's just a life in general. And look at my poor raspberries. They were so good this year. And they're still not dead, but all those berries that were still left on them. Let's see. Can you see? They just, and that's what happened last year, but there was only like 20 berries. This year I probably lost 100 berries or more. Well, there's quite a few I'm looking at. Yeah, but that's all right. We will try again next year. Oh yeah, look at that. You see all those berries. What a shame. But cutting down that tree was a game changer. And next year is a new year and we will try again. So with that, I'm gonna let you go. I don't know if this video will ever upload because it is long, 20 minutes long. But I hope so. I hope y'all have a good day. Kiss your loved ones. Tell everybody hi, how you doing? Keep in touch. Life is short. Take it easy.